I ain't got no room for any more cars, boss. The wife is starting to get annoyed. And some of our lovely viewers, they said, why don't you give some of your cars to Mark and he can store them at his house?
Well, you see, that is a fine idea. However, I have the same problem as I'm in a worse situation because my missus, yeah, she said I hold a 1 in, 1 out policy in my house. One comes in, one has to go.
Ouch, that's a pretty tough policy, that, isn't it?
She's a tough woman.
Wowza,
She's a tough woman, let me tell you. Have you ever seen that, what's that thing now?
Matilda?
Yeah. You ever seen that? Yeah, you know the PE teacher?
Yeah.
Nothing like my wife, but I just thought I'd say that.
Yeah, it's a good film. I'll tell you what, how about you take us on a little tour of some of the gems that you've got around your little workshop?
What, do you want me to do a video on it then?
Yeah, do it now.
All right, I'll do it now then.
Right, okay, where to start? Right, so first of all, in this little lineup of race cars is the good old Ftx Comet. Now, this is a budget racer. Our local model shop actually race these, and they do quite a good series. That's on a Monday night, so have a look in the description, get yourself involved, because these are a very cheap car. Don't know if they're still making this version, but they're definitely doing a version of this still by the look of it. Little transponders in front there, and that is a great entry-level budget racer. So that's the Ftx Comet. The next in the collection is the MTC. This is the xpress XM1S, I think it is. I don't use this very often. I took a few electrics out of it. I obviously took the wheels off. I always take the wheels off if I'm storing the car, because they tend to dry out the tyres and whatnot. So that's that. I haven't raced it for ages. Great fun class, that one. It's not one that I put a lot of time and effort into because I'm doing too many other things, but that is the MTC 4-wheel drive. Next, if you are a regular to the channel, you will know that this is my fun Ftx Vantage, all souped up, hopped up to the max, 3.5 turn brushless motor in it. Again, great entry level car, and one that I like to race as and when I get the chance to. Great car. I've taken the servo out of that to stick in another car at the moment. I tend to do that as opposed to spending too much money. Next on the list is the good old trusty Tamiya MO3, one of my rarest of the collection. I've actually, in this car, got an original KO FET servo. I don't tend to run this one very often because you can't get the spares and stuff for them. But I love this car. It's what you used to sit the Iconic Cup, I think, first year. And yeah, that has got the original. And if you look here, there's like a little, I don't know, little capacitor or something in line. It gets like a separate voltage feed for the servo from here. It's the way they did it back in the olden days, but it's still a really good servo. And I limit the use because I don't want to break that. Now, next on the list is this car here. This is, I would say, this is one of the most famous TT02s on YouTube, because this is the one that, well, basically we ran the we ran against the other YouTubers. We ran against Kevin Tolbert, RC Kicks, Gavin from RC Kicks, Phil Tomley RC, Noah and Claire's RCs. This car came second. I weren't going to beat Vinny because he's a great driver. Next on the list, the show's not on properly, but this is my SNRC Teampowers MTS touring car. It's a budget touring car, which I absolutely love. On order, I have got the, look at this. This is old school, right, tape. We don't tend to do that anymore. That is going. I've got a new battery mount coming. And courtesy of Rochester RC, this is going in it because I'm still running the stock version. But I am going to be running it 70.5 turn. And also, I'm going to go, this is going to go in there as well. And this is the Teampowers V5 motor, which everyone's raving about. But mind you, by the time I put this in the car, there'll probably be a new kiddie on the block, which is beating everybody, but never been used. That's going in. This is brand new as well. And that's going to get, I'm going to get that ready for the Rug Races series, which is coming up. I think we're doing round 2. We can't make round 1, but we're going to do round 2. So that's that car. This next car here, I absolutely love this car. This is my trusty TT01E, and this car, that's why I've got tools everywhere, so excuse the mess, but this car is going to be ready for the Iconic Cup, the indoor Iconic Cup, so I've got to do a few bits to this. I've got 3 Core 21 motors that have all been used, and I'm going to wash these out. Yes, you heard me. I'm going to wash these out with water, and I'm going to re-oil the bearings on there and lube up the com and do a few bits and pieces, and basically choose the fastest motor out of those 3 to go back in it. So I'm really looking forward to racing that one, because I absolutely love that class of racing. And really, between this car and the Ftx Vantage and the MO3, actually, they are the first cars that we featured on the channel. This car's my outdoors TT01E, which is set up slightly different. Excuse the mess in here. I'm taking bits out to put in here, ready for the race meeting that I've got coming up. But these are both set up differently. There, I did a video on different setups for outdoor and indoor TT01E setup. So do hunt that one out if you want to know the differences between those 2 cars. Okay, next in the collection we got these. These are 2 Team Losi or Losi LST2 massive grey nitro monster truck things, which are not mine. These are Boss Man Neil from our local hobby shop, and these were a kind of project. He said, I tell you what, grab these, do them up. So Neil, if you're watching, they are safe and sound. They are still here, and they are still on my to-do list. So they are going to be featured at some point on the channel, but we've got so much to do, so many things going on, that these are kind of on the back burner for the moment. Next in the collection, we've got this here. Again, this is, well, let me just zoom in. This is not my car again. However, I was given the job of restoring this car from Boss Man Neil from Sunderland Models. This is his car, and it's practically... It doesn't look here, but it's actually practically brand new, completely transponded and everything in there. The engine's been run once. This is, some of the bits have been recycled off of old parts, but strictly speaking, the car's not even moved, actually. It's been started up. As I say, some of the bits are old here. We've got a bit of scuffing on there, but that is an original Losi. I don't know if it's the 2.0, but it's definitely one of the original ones that was produced, so it is quite old, but again, it's fitted with pretty good stuff. Again, not my car, but that is of course ready to hit the track. I don't know how well it would do with modern buggies and stuff, but it's definitely worth taking down to Hearts Nitro or Nemo and just giving it a bit of a go. So yeah, if you've got any sort of ideas on what to do with this, I know Kevin Talbot's kind of challenged us to a bit of a nitro race, which we could do. Not sure if this car will beat him. I mean, he's a good driver, but he'll be running the new Kyosho stuff. Quite nice to get one of them Agamas, you know, one of those lay down shock jobbies. That'd be good. So Lee Martin, if you're watching, you know, maybe there's a video in that. But anyway, that's that one. And here we have the good old Ftx Ravine, some scuff marks in there, but this was one of Cole's amazing rusty looking paint jobs. And you know what, Ftx, I mean, look at that. That's crazy. But yeah, great little cars to kind of start with, or if you've got a kid who just wants to have a car that they are not going to break, this is the car, because it's not too fast either, and they really enjoy that. So that's the Ftx Ravine. Not too sure if they've got the newer version out. I haven't got a clue, but that's my Ravine. Then we have the good old Armour Typhon. I think everybody's got to have a Typhon in their collection. I have tried my utmost to get this one handling quite well, because I'm a racer at heart, really. And this, I would say this is more of a basher. Handles terrible, but on a BMX track, if you want something to jump and not break, then this is probably the car for you. It's got Losi 8 shocks on there. Yeah, haven't run it for ages, hence the reason it's all caked in mud. It just needs a clean, really. But I will be selling that, probably getting shot at or giving it away. I don't know. I don't really use it very often. So that one's going to go. But that's the Armour Typhon 3S. Next up is the good old Ftx DR8. This was a car, it's been out a few years now. I actually bought this second hand, and this has been just a great car to go out throw a couple of batteries in a bag. Never lets me down. I don't think I've had one thing go wrong with this. Maybe a drive shaft ages ago, but beyond that, not a lot wrong with that. Carl and I tend to run our big cars no more than 4S, purely because they just don't handle. You've got oodles of power, but they wheelie. Then the tyres come off the rims, and then it strips a gear, and then the motor gets too hot. So we tend to run them on a 4S. Obviously not as quick, but much better handling. So that is my trusty Ftx DR8. And last of all, it's not the last car I've got, but I'll be here all day. I've got a few more, but they're for another video. But last for this video is the Corelli Asuga. Now, if you don't know already, we are massive fans of Corelli because these cars, out of the box, handle perfectly. They're well balanced cars. They seem pretty tough on the tracks that we use them on. Some people would disagree. That's absolutely fine. However, you've got to remember that we here at Popalong RC very rarely jump these things 50 foot in the air. If you're going to jump it 50 foot in the air, you're going to break it. If you take it to a BMX track, you're probably going to break it. We race these on grass tracks with minimal jumps, and we use them on a 4S only. I've tried using this on a 6S, and although it's great fun, it's uncontrollable, and things heat up, and tyres fly off rims, and I can't be bothered with spending money. Spares are not great for these as far as I'm aware. I wouldn't know. I've not had to buy anything for it. I've had this about a year, and nothing's gone wrong with it. Maybe I shouldn't have said that. Anyway, so there you go. There's a little bit of my collection. I hope you enjoyed that.
So I was thinking, maybe
Go on.
maybe we could palm off some of our cars. Maybe we could sell a few. Maybe get rid of a few. Or could we raffle a few? I don't know. How can we clear some space for some new
Do you
stuff?
know what? I've got an idea.
Go on then.
So we are slowly but steadily but surely approaching the 10,000 subscriber mark on this channel.
Yeah.
So how about when we reach the 10,000 subscriber mark, these lovely people here that have supported us, maybe we should, raffle off a car, give a car away or something. I don't know.
Do something.
Because I tell you what, I've been thinking, I hold a one in and one out policy. I just said, well, I have got at my house. Do you remember when we did the YouTuber race with the TT02s?
Oh yes, I do remember. That was actually quite fun. We were the top proper YouTubers there, weren't we?
Yeah, we were the proper ones.
Vinny's a very good driver.
He's a good driver, yeah.
But I've not seen much of his YouTube of late.
No, I think he's busy. I don't know what's
Racing
what's
cars.
He doing,
He's busy racing
I
cars.
don't think he is. I think he's given up.
Do you?
Yeah.
It's a shame. He's a very
I think
good driver.
after we nearly beat him, I think he got scared.
And he's
if I'm
just
honest.
not gone
We
back to
rattled
it.
him. We rattled him. We did.
Too much for
And
him.
I think he just hid.
Not seen
He's
him
in
since.
hiding. Vinny's in hiding.
Yeah. Vinny, we miss you. Come back to racing.
Yeah. I'll tell you who's not hiding.
Who's that?
Kev.
He's
Kevin
always out and
Talbot.
about, isn't
He's
he?
always out and about.
You say he's not hiding. He's running away though, isn't he?
Running away from who?
From the mainland.
Oh, he's going to the old Isle of Man, ain't he?
He is. We got an invite.
We did. We saw him the other day, and he said we should go over and see him. We should when he gets there. We should do. That make a good video,
Oh,
wouldn't
good.
it?
He'll
But I
go
tell you
over there.
what,
We'll take some cars and have a little
I
race
have to
on
say,
an island.
Right after talking to him, what a very what's the word? What am I looking for?
Inspiring.
Positive individual here. Very successful, I have as well. And then you got Gav, another successful YouTuber. We're in with these guys. They're nice
We are.
people, aren't they? You got Tom Lee.
They're all full-time YouTubers though, and there's us busting a gut, and we're kind of making. Let's be honest. This video is probably going to make us about £1.50 each.
Yeah. Anyway, look, we're nearly at the 10,000 subscriber mark, and I think it would be good that TT02 that I raced, the one that came second in the race.
Definitely beat Kev.
I think I am ready to part with that. Yeah. And I've left all the scuffs on it from the day. So all the
It's not been run since, is it? It's
been
literally been run.
It's
that
not been run
once.
since it's running. And if you consider that Tom Lee did a video on that event, we did one, Talbot did one,
Noah's RC did
Noah's
one.
Arse.
Claire's
Noah
RC did one, I think. I don't recall
I don't
seeing
know,
that one.
she did. Now, all of those views, do they equate to like over 1 million views, do you think?
Possibly.
So, bearing that in mind, do you think it's one of the most viewed cars in our collection?
Well, it's got to be, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's got to be.
I'd say it's quite a famous car.
Yeah, the RB 6.4, that did the similar sort of thing, but I reckon that video is probably, that car, it's probably got a few more views.
Could you imagine it, one of you lot owning that? You could have it pride of place, you could put it on your mantelpiece and you could say, that is the car that did the business, couldn't you? You could say that. Or you could, get it up and running, go race the thing. I don't know, but I'm ready to give that away, but not until we reach the 10,000.
10,000. Do you know what? That'd be nice. It'd be nice if we can get that done before Christmas, wouldn't it?
That'd be good.
That'd be good. So, fingers crossed, we get some more subs, some more views, and we're able to push this channel onto new levels in 2024.
That would be nice, wouldn't it?
2024, time's flying, boss.
Time is flying, yeah. I mean, it's good fun, isn't it? We're enjoying it, but it would be nice to see a little bit more of a return. But hey, it is what it is. So there you go.
All good.